nuggets, welcome back to my channel, and today it's a new tutorial. Whoa. Today is a new tutorial and it's an ombre tutorial I asked last time and you really wanted the other video instead, so I'm doing this one next. And low-key I forgot how to use ibis, so I just like got used to it kind of right now and figuring out a new brush to use to do hair, because you all know which brush I always use. It's the wow, I forgot. It was the dip pen hard brush. No, it wasn't. It was the pen fade brush that I always used because of the ends. It made it look natural, and well, ibis has new brushes that is very good for hair. And yeah, I also want to say, for people that was using ibis and then trying to move to Procreate, when you use the brushes, they have a pressure sensitivity. So because you know, a lot of people tell me you got to press really hard on the screen so that the brushes would work. That's because of what I just said. And if you press really light on the screen, it's going to come out light. If you press really hard, it's going to come out hard, and you're just going to have to get used to it. ibis doesn't have that, so when you just use the brush, it just works the way you want it to work from how you press your finger on the screen. And I have been saying that on my recent videos when I use Procreate. So yeah, I just wanted to say that first. You also want to have a new layer ready, because I already have a new layer I'm gonna use, but I just want to go on my Avi's layer for now because I want to show you something. My smudging brush is on the Dip Pen Soft, and I'm just smudging my Avi in the middle. So this isn't a wig tutorial or anything. This is just a normal hair tutorial on your Avi. So this is what I normally always do now, and since my hair is going to be in the center, I just do this instead of making a new layer and dropping the color of my Avi skin. And yeah, so yeah, I do this, and that's a hack everyone should do. But if you're making a wig, you're not supposed to do that first. So the next step is we're gonna go on that new layer, and I'm just going to eye drop the color I see here. So we're gonna start off with black, and the brush I'm using today is the flat brush Real, and I just added that into this custom thing that ibis has going on. And these are just brushes that I was trying on before recording this video. So yeah, don't get confused. I'm just going to be using the flat brush Real, and I'm not going to follow this the same way the hair looks in the picture. I'm just doing a straight hairstyle because the main goal of this video is how to get an ombre effect. So I'm just going to start doing the hair. I'm gonna do one side, and I probably should do that symmetry thing. I keep forgetting, but I've started already. I don't feel like undoing everything. So when I'm finished, I'm just gonna do what I always told all of you to do in my videos, is duplicate it and put it to the other side. So yeah, I'm going to be doing this hair the way I usually do my hair on Procreate, and basically I'm just gonna explain it like an overview. Yeah, what I do is I get the brush to give me that quality I want of the hair to look, and smudge it out. I know some of you don't like smudging because you don't know how to use it, and I'm going to try to explain how you use it in a second. So one side is done and I'm going to duplicate that. And put it like that, and then merge the layers down. But I think I'm gonna switch it up and have it like going behind her ears, because sometimes I'm not good at doing a basic straight hair and my Abby just ends up looking so weird. Oh, and I know some of you say, oh, your head looks flat at the top. Yes, I know. Sometimes I don't even mean to do it like that. It's just because I just feel like my Abby's head is so big, and when I draw the hair, it's just, it looks so lumpy to me. So yeah, don't come at me too much about it. Oh, and another thing, people ask me to do my cartoons on Ibis. I don't want to do that because smudging on Ibis is really hard for me. I can't control the way it works. It's so difficult to me. But if you can figure it out when I do a tutorial for Procreate, then there you go. It's really not that hard. Basically, you just gotta use a painting brush that looks similar. Just use a soft brush and then smudge in the colors, because all you're doing is picking in the colors, putting it in your portrait, in the app. Can't explain it. And then you gotta smudge the colors the exact same way it looks in the picture. It sounds easy, but it's really not. If the colors isn't smudged out the way it looks in the picture, or what I mean is smudged out the right way, then your whole picture looks weird. So yeah, and that's where you kind of would get frustrated. So I'm just trying to get her hair like it's behind her ear. So bear with me. I'm just gonna clean up the top. I know I got like this bit of hair missing. I'm gonna fill it in a second. Okay, so now she's looking way more better, and I'm gonna start to do what I just said I would do, and it's fill up the top bit because it looks weird. And I know that the parting of her hair is still kind of weird. I'm gonna fix that. And then you want to kind of lower the opacity of your brush and create lighter strokes at the front of the hair, like so, and then do the same on the side. I'm just gonna lower the opacity even more. You can't tell, and just get this parting right. And for the edges, I'm gonna do that last because it's not that important right now. Actually, never mind, I'm gonna do the edges right now because I don't like how clean her forehead looks. I think I'm gonna use the same brush for the edges and using a new layer. So lower the opacity. I can't do edges on Ibis to save my life, but we're gonna ignore that. I'll fix it. Just ignore it. So we're gonna make a new layer under those edges because I'm gonna fix the edges later, like I said. Put your opacity back up, and I low-key want to do a different color to show you how to do an ombre. Let's see. Let's start with, so just press and hold to do to pick the colors. I'm trying to pick this color right here, but it looks very similar to our hair color right now. Does that look black to you? It looks pretty dark brown. Okay, we're gonna use this color. So using the same brush with that color that I used. Oh wow, wait. Okay, so carrying on. Wait, I gotta erase that. So it's gonna be around here. So don't worry about the other side, just gonna do what I always do. And once again, yes, I know, use the symmetry, but I just feel comfortable doing it like this because when I was using Ibis as my main app, that's how I've always been editing, and if that's how you're comfortable doing it, then go ahead. Okay, so I used that color, and I'm just gonna go in and use like a more orangey color, but it's still kind of dark, and use this one. And now we're gonna use a more lighter orange, so like that shade, and work it all the way down the hair. Oh, and something I should have done is use clipping mask, so the hair, so whilst we're smudging it, it doesn't go out, so just use the clipping mask. Okay, so that's how your hair should be looking right now, and now we're gonna start smudging. So the smudging brush I'm gonna be using, oh, I didn't add it in my customs yet. I really thought that these brushes were gonna be really similar to the other ones, but it's actually really different. 1 second. I'm confused because it's the round brush reel that I'm using. Okay, I'm gonna use the round brush point. Let me see. Okay, it works. So work the hair like this, and then bring it back upwards like that. Oh, this is so hard. I'm not getting the same effect that I would on Procreate. Okay, that brush is not working. I'm gonna use a different brush. I'm gonna use the dip pen hard. Okay, yeah, the dip pen hard is so much better. So as you can see, it's blended out way better. And I know like the inside of it needs to be the same color. I will do that later on. Yeah, I'm going to duplicate this layer for the other side. And as you can see, because we used the clipping mask, it just snapped right onto the hair, and it looks really good. Yeah, and then we're gonna just put that together. So next thing I want to do to add detail, I going to eyedrop this color that looks like highlights on the hair, and I'm just gonna put that at the bottom of the hair using the round brush reel brush, and just putting it like here. And have your brush size at like 46. And yeah, so at this point you're pretty much done, and I'm just going to use darker colors to fill in the inside portion of the hair. So like this bit is dark, so okay, I'm gonna use this color, use that color, and we're gonna use a new layer clipping mask and use the brush that we were using before. Reduce your size and have it like here. right in the middle because we're gonna ombre it with the black behind it, like in the picture. And then we're gonna use a more lighter color, which is this orangey color, and put it here. And then we're gonna go back to the smudging brush and smudge it out. So when you should have your brush size a bit smaller so you can get those areas. Oh yeah, I just remembered why I don't like I wouldn't want to use ibis to do my cartoons, because of the way the smudging brush works. And I low-key forgot at the beginning of the video. It's because when you smudge, it leaves these little dots as you smudge, and it's just really uncomfortable. I wouldn't recommend ibis if you want to do cartoons. I mean, one girl showed me her cartoon using ibis, and I was really proud of it, to be honest. So yeah. There is this one app I am going to do a tutorial on once I got an iPad. It looks really decent. I got it on my MacBook, and it's on iOS as well. It's called Medibang, I guess, and it's really good. It's like ibis, but it has less brushes, so I guess some people would have problems with it, but overall it's really good. So you just want to have it smudged out nicely, basically. And for the random black areas that wasn't in the picture, I'm just going to go back and fill that in, I guess. So press and hold and just fill it in. I hope so far the tutorial has been really easy to follow. I'm doing more of my tutorials, me talking whilst I'm doing it, because I've noticed when I do my voiceovers, I don't really make sense and I forget some things out that I was supposed to say. And yeah, I'm sorry about that for my old tutorials. Okay, so far it looks really good and we're about to finish. So right now I actually want to clean up the hair because there's some places that needs to be cleaned up. So we're gonna go back on that layer of the hair and just clean it up. When I said I was gonna fix the edges, right now it's kind of looking okay to me. It's not that bad. Okay, so now for some highlights. I'm gonna try this brush that ibis updated the app with. So make sure you're using clipping mask. I'm gonna look for the brush right now. So it's all the way down and it's called hair gloss, right? And I'm gonna use like this shade, I guess, and I'm just gonna do this. Oh wait, I should probably use add. I'm trying to figure out how to put this on the hair. Maybe like, I don't even know. Okay, so the hair gloss was not working for me. What was I normally doing for highlights? Oh, I was using the dip and hard brush, and I would just do a line like that and then blur it out. That looks so ugly. Just gonna blur it out even more. I want to move it a bit. yeah, I want to move it like that and just clean up where it shouldn't have been. Oh, I'm so dumb. Because we use a clipping mask, I don't need to clean up anywhere. It stays around the hair. Okay, I'm so dumb. And I'm just gonna do the same. Actually, I'm gonna make a new layer just in case I use Gaussian blur again. Oopsie, and I forgot to use add. When you highlight, you don't need like so many stripes of highlight. It doesn't look nice or natural looking. So yeah, try not to do so much of that. I wouldn't recommend if your highlight looked like that. So I'm just going to lighten it up and make it look smaller with this. Never mind, that does not work. Actually, wait, I need to just put it down a little bit and yeah, make it lighter. So I just color, brightness, make it lighter, and lower the opacity a bit. And yeah, I'm gonna use Gaussian blur again. And if it's not bright enough for you, then you can just simply duplicate the layer. And yeah, right now that looks good. I'm not going to do the same thing at the bottom of the hair just because of the orange, the lighter orangey color. Merge those layers, and I'm still going to like put it down because I like it. I like the way it looks at the moment. So nuggets, this is how you do an ombre. You just gotta figure out the colors that works with the ombre that you want. So like with the orange, use black, then brown, then an orange, then a lighter orange, and then just keep going down that way. If you want to do pink, you gotta go with dark pink, a baby pink, and then a lighter pink than that, and just keep going like that. And I'm pretty sure you would know by yourself if you know what color you're going for, and if you don't, then you can just use a reference like I did, because I'm not that great with colors like that. But yeah, I hope this tutorial helped. This was very simple. I only got confused with the smudging part because I was trying to get a realistic effect with the hair strands during the hair, but this is still okay the way I did it. I'm pretty proud of it. So yeah, if you like this video, like it please, and subscribe if you want to, and turn on notifications, and I'll see you in my next video.